Welcome Sagittarius and Sagittarius cross watchers to your mini weekly love reading. So we're going to get a card for you. Ooh, we have the Nine of Pentacles here. We're going to get a card for your person and one for the situation between you guys. Whoop. Okay. And so we have Nine of Pentacles for you, Nine of Wands for your person, and then we have the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands for the situation between you guys, with the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So, Sag. Okay. I feel like there's somebody here that is feeling really hurt by you. They feel rejected and cut out, and it's almost like there seems to be something here about, I feel like part of them isn't surprised that they're kind of getting cut out or something like that. Or part of them isn't surprised that they're not getting the response from you that they wanted. But the other part of them is very defensive, right? Look how they're looking at you here. I feel like this person, from their perspective, okay, they feel they could kind of give you everything. Unfortunately for them, from what I'm seeing, it kind of feels like you don't need anything from them. You know what I mean? This person seems to feel like it's almost like they feel they've taken a bit of, from what I'm seeing, it feels like they feel like you're being unkind to them. The situation between you guys, Page of Wands and Seven of Wands. I feel like this person feels like they have to kind of beat the competition out. And they feel like that's unfair. It's almost like they kind of feel not quite led on, but it's like they thought this would be easier. They thought it would be, it's almost like they're trying to hold back the fact that they love you. I feel like it's because they know they can't have you. And this, oh, look at this. Goodness gracious. So we have the King of Wands and the Two of Cups here at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Pentacles underneath that, right? So it's just this kind of feeling. It's the same for me as a reader. It's the same type of energy, right? It's like this person really wants to get close to you, but you're not letting them in. And it's almost like, and that's final, right? It doesn't feel like that it's going to be up for discussion. I feel like you're kind of moving on with your thing. And they seem to feel like they have to defend you for some reason. It's almost like if they're kind of getting some trouble or some flack for somehow coming into contact with you, they have to really, it's like they feel like they've painted themselves into a corner, right? So it's like they may be not abandoned, but like they may have chosen a path towards you as opposed to a different path. And they kind of feel like now you've left them there standing, holding nothing. You know what I mean? It's like they had two opportunities and they kind of made the jump for you. And it's almost like they feel like it's unfair. I feel like when they kind of get into that headspace, they like to tell themselves that like, oh, Sag led me on, Sag did this, Sag did that. And like, actually, from what I'm seeing, I feel like they know darn well that's not the case. I feel like they know whatever corner they've painted themselves into, they're responsible for it, not you. They just kind of want somebody to blame. And it's almost like they want to blame you. But from what I'm seeing, for the most part, I actually feel like they kind of love you too much to truly blame you. I feel like down the road, they'll definitely, like, you're definitely going to be the scapegoat here. Yeah, unfortunately, it just kind of feels like that's where it's at. So we're going to get a card for some advice. Wheel of Fortune. And then we do have the, we have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. With Death. Goodness gracious. Okay. Ah! Dang it. Hold on, I dropped the card. Okay. We got it. So, with this combination here, I feel like there's someone or something coming in that's a much better match to your energy. I feel like there's someone that's coming in that is, it's almost like it is what you've been looking for. I feel like there's just this message that it's almost like if you're too guarded towards this person, it might bite you in the butt. You know what I mean? It's like if you have this Queen of Swords energy towards this person because you're used to kind of dealing with people that just kind of want what they want, I feel like it may give the wrong vibes to this person and it may kind of push them away before things even get started. It does feel like it would be quite disappointing for them as well. What's strange though is that it's like, it's almost like if you continue to be guarded and, you know, for example, let's say you were guarded and you kind of missed the opportunity with this person, it doesn't feel like it would really hit you. It doesn't feel like you would, that it would be as big of a deal to you as it is to them. Let's be a little bit nosy for a second and find out why. Why would that affect? So we have the Knight of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. So why would it matter more to them? Because it's kind of like, it feels like the kind of person that's been on the hunt for the right person. And it's like they see you and they found you, but it's almost like to them, it just feels like, I'm almost getting this feeling of like someone pulled the rug out from underneath them, feeling a little bit tricked by, you know, the powers that be. Like that's the kind of vibe I'm picking up from them when they see you and they're like, oh yeah, that's amazing. But it's almost like it's not, I feel like they see you, they really want to build with you. It just feels like to a certain extent, because you're in such a strong Nine of Pentacles energy, you know, that's the single independent person, right? I feel like this person, it does feel like they would have every intention to kind of love you and care about you. It just feels like you're, how do I say this? It does seem to hurt this person. It's like this person kind of gets a little bit defensive and wants to blame you. This person is just genuinely disappointed. So we're going to pull one more card for what you need to know. Actually, you know what? Hold on for a second. What you need to know. There we go. What does Sag need to know? Three of Wands reversed. So the Three of Wands upright, you can't see that. The Three of Wands upright usually talks about waiting for your ships to come in. But it's reversed. And so I kind of feel like, hold on. I'm just going to pull a clarifier to make sure that I'm, okay, is that still, okay. Listen, you're going to do what you want. You know, you are a Sag after all. The message that I'm seeing here is that you may enjoy kind of this single independence that you're enjoying. But I feel like there is this message where there may be some opportunities that you allow to pass you by that may have had potential. And I feel like, how do I say this? It's almost like I I don't know how to say this, but I don't feel like the people that are on this table right now feel like they're a match to your energy. It's almost this thing of like, listen, my own personal 2 cents is that you can never be too independent. Um, but it feels like you may be in such a powerful Nine of Pentacles energy that people, it's almost like not only are you kind of hard to reach or hard to reach for, it's almost like you may be becoming borderline unrelatable to most people because you're so independent. And from what I'm seeing, it's almost like you're kind of in an energy where, how do I say this? You don't care. You know what I mean? It's like you genuinely are in that really independent headspace, and it's like, well, I'm good. And it's not a like selfish like, I'm good. It's more this like, you know what I mean? Like if someone wants you, they're gonna have to come get you. It does feel though that you are kind of longing for that partner. I want one clarifier. Knight of Swords. So, I'm going to call you out a little bit here, so take this for what it's worth. Sag, I feel like you may be experiencing some loneliness right now. I feel like you kind of you would like some excitement, but it's almost like you're in an energy where things don't excite you right now. It's almost this energy of like feeling like you've done everything, you've got everything that you wanted, you've like achieved all of the things, and it just feels like it's not quite it's not quite hitting it properly, right? Hold on, now I'm more confused. I feel like there are people that you kind of want to approach you, like you would want these people to kind of do that, but I feel like you're not actually very receptive to them when they do it. I feel for some of you, you may have actually given up on the concept of love, like romantic having a partner sort of deal. And I feel like that energy seems to be what is kind of repelling, the good and the bad. So we're going to pull one more card for, is there any advice? So we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. To be entirely honest with you, what I'm getting, the Six of Cups is a confirmation. What I was getting with just the Seven of Pentacles is that it's almost like, remember how you felt 2 Pentacles ago, right? So if you're the Nine of Pentacles here, remember how it felt at the 7 Pentacle mark. I feel like at that mark, you had no problem at all doing it by yourself. It's like you were proud with you were proud of what you were doing with this touch of like rebellion. And it's almost like you were doing it on your own to prove a point. And that doesn't mean you were doing it to prove it to anybody else. It was to prove that you could do it. And I actually feel like even if there are kind of like actual viable options that you would be interested in, is that even what you want right now? Because I feel like for a lot of you, it's almost like, yes, you're feeling a certain longing for something, but it's almost like it's a longing that you can't quite place because you can't fill, because what you feel like you're longing for isn't what will actually fill the void, if that makes sense. Let me put it to you this way. For example, when at night, like after the kitchen is closed and, I'm not making any more food, I want something tasty. I don't specifically want anything that is, salty or sweet. I'm not craving anything in particular. I just want something nice. And like, it doesn't matter how much food is in the house, how many treats are in the house. None of them really quite hit the spot because what I actually need is probably a giant glass of water. You know what I mean? Or I need to do something that would make me feel good that isn't involved with food, but I'm going to it to find it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like it doesn't matter what I would eat, it's not going to kind of hit that spot. And I feel like there may. It feels like there's somebody here that you want. But I feel like there seems to be some things that are kind of it just feels like there are a couple of flags to you that like, oh, this might not be the right thing. And I feel like there's this message here that it's almost like if you are in this energy and you're feeling this kind of thing, it feels like the most important thing right now is to find a way to feel like you enjoy things again. It's like, don't worry about, and I know it's easier said than done, right? But it's like, don't worry about this one, that one, the next one. Oops, sorry. I feel like there's a bigger message here to, it's almost like find a way to feel true joy again. And it's like, and then it'll kind of snowball from there. But I feel like there's something here, like, there's something here that it's almost like that you need to realize that will set you free, that will kind of get you to a place where you aren't just, taking the picture for this sort of energy, you're actually living in it. If that makes sense. So I was really long-winded for a mini love read. I apologize, Sag. So if this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful and brought you some clarity. I will, of course, have the Thursday reads come out, so please keep an eye out for those if you are so inclined. And we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.